Boom. How are you?
I like how you say boom every time I start it.
Because you point at me like
I,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and I'm like, boom, you're on. Yes,
ah,
producer. You're like producer. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. I
That's
got
it.
you. I feel that. I feel it.
How are you?
I am good. I am ready. I'm ready. I think we talked about the holidays earlier. I'm just ready. I'm not ready. I want to slow down. I want to move through them, but I'm kind of anxious about starting the new year. I got some things going on,
I
and
was like, this is a long answer to how
yeah,
you doing.
I just got some stuff I really want to be moving in 2026, and for myself, which is kind of what we're talking about today.
Give me a
And
preview.
so yeah, and so
Give me a
that's where I was with
preview.
it. So I've just kind of part of it just want to move through the holiday and soak it all in, and the part of me is like want to hit the ground running in January.
Okay, so that goes to the thing. I made a post to a conversation I had with someone else who were they someone in their family was calling them selfish. And
Okay.
I was like, well, that's not selfish. That's kind of being self-focused,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then they were like, yeah, you self-centered. I'm like, yeah, that's not. So I was listening to it and it just would not escape me.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a quick 60-second TikTok video
Mm-hmm.
and it was called Selfish and Self-Centered. Change the words to self-focused and self-aligned.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It got a lot of traction
Okay.
because I said the only time someone calls you selfish is because they want something from you.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly correct. And you could tie that up in a neat bow and cut it off right now because
All
that's
right,
usually
that's it. Show's
that's it.
over.
Yeah.
Close. Yeah,
No, that
yes.
literally is what it is. That is
Because they
yeah.
don't say good for you.
Mm-mm.
The people who want you to be self-focused are telling you good for you. Let them kids figure it out. They'll be all right. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But then the jealous, you know how you and I talk about the word
Hate the
jealous,
word.
but the jealous and
Yeah.
the ones who want something from you, and I laughed because I was like, yes, I
Yeah.
bought. There was nothing wrong with my old car. I
Yeah.
bought a new one.
Yeah. Or you bought a new house because you wanted a bigger backyard, and that's a completely good reason for you, and that's okay.
Right. But
Like,
then it's not selfish and it's not self-centered. It is
no.
self-focused and self-aligned.
I think you're right. I think people who are happy in their lives and they are satisfied with what they are doing
Mm-hmm.
and
In their
and
lane.
their lane,
Yeah.
how they exist on this planet, they are not looking back at you and giving a crap what you do. It's
Yeah.
the people that really quietly see, they kind of wish they could do it too. Even if it's not a monetary thing, it might just be I have enough sense of myself that I know I'm doing XYZ.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't believe you're doing XYZ. Why not?
Right.
I don't know if I shared this in our last one when we talked about traditions. My 50th birthday, I made a conscious decision, which as a mother of three, two dogs, husband, and all that, that year I made a conscious decision. I was spending my 50th birthday in Vegas. Every
Right.
other birthday of my life, in some
Yes.
capacity, I spent with whether it was my husband or my children, family, or something.
Yep.
That particular year, I was like, and I'm not saying that it didn't cross my mind because we were escape
Yeah, because
shoot.
there's a guilt.
Yeah, you're like, oh, is this the right thing? Like, what kind of person doesn't spend their birthday with their kids? This one on this birthday, and I had a blast. Like, it was
I
nice
did
to
not
just
realize that
be.
you spent your 50th in Vegas.
I was not here.
Good for you.
Yeah, because that
See
party was.
again, good
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you.
You see what I'm
Thank you.
saying? Like,
Yes.
damn, good
No,
for you.
I was not
Good
here.
for you.
I made
Like-
sure like we connected by phone and some texting.
Yeah.
But I was at an Usher concert on my birthday. On my
Good
birthday.
for you.
And I was
Is that selfish?
no, it was wonderful.
But it
I
could
mean,
be conceived as or
I don't.
perceived as selfish, but it's self-focused.
It's like I think if you handle your business, you should be able to do what you want to do. And people let the naysayers, let the people who want to hate whatever you do, let them hate because you cannot live for other people. And it's taken me a long time to
Is
just
that that
realize
whole
that.
let them be great? Like
Well,
let them be
yeah,
great.
yeah, just yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if that make like
yes, there's my mother was so the opposite of that, and God rest her soul, she was an amazing mother. But if she had made some decisions to do that, I'd have been like, good for you.
Yep.
Like the thing, and I found a few times where I thought, good. She bought a new car for herself for the first time. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I be happy about that? And I
Yeah.
think people who are happy in their lane naturally know how to be happy for other people. I think when you are not happy in your lane, then you got judgment for what everybody else is doing, and
Yeah.
half the things is probably stuff you wish you could be doing.
Yeah. Because I did. I wrote on there and I was like, yes, there was nothing wrong with my old car.
Mm-mm.
No, there was nothing wrong with
Mm-mm.
whatever. I just decided to do this because I can or I wanted to.
Yeah.
I
Like,
do believe I was going to look up while we're talking, I'm going to look up the definition of self-centered,
Yeah.
because I do believe it is a tool that people use to guilt you into um, it's preoccupied with oneself and one's affair. What's wrong with that?
I
Like
think,
if you've given, you're like, the kids are good, they're fed, my
yeah,
kids are
if you
dressed,
are meeting all of
yes,
your relationship needs, it should not matter. And
yes.
I guess that's where I got left with it. And so it's so funny because when you say that and I hear that, I think there are people who could be self-focused because they're not taking care of their families or they're not taking care of their
Well, it
spouse.
says right here, someone overly focused on their own needs, desires,
yes.
and interests, lacking consideration for others.
That's what, yeah.
That's the difference.
Yes.
If you're not
So self-focused versus
self-focused versus self-centered. Yeah.
See, I think that's slippery to me because when I hear you read that, you can still be too self-focused.
Yeah.
Or too,
you
you
can
know.
be, but I think that's the difference between self-focused and self-centered or self-aligned,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I just wrote selfish. We hear that word, and I'm like, no. That's self-focused.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's self-centered, and then you can be self-aligned. The word aligned is what changes it
Yeah.
to me, and the word focus. You and I know so many people who are depleted,
Yeah.
like running themselves ragged
Yeah.
for everybody else,
Right.
and doesn't even have the courage to say, no, I'm not doing that
Yeah.
because I don't want to.
Or yeah, and then you feel
Like I'm
guilty.
sitting
Yeah.
here in a space
Yeah.
of just relaxing. My brother taught me 20 years ago, doing nothing
It's something.
is doing something.
Yeah.
I am actively choosing
Relaxing.
to do nothing.
Right.
Yes.
And, yeah.
So people call you, say, what are you doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, good. So can you?
Yeah.
You're like, wait,
No,
no.
right,
Stop.
right,
You
right.
didn't hear me.
Yeah.
I'm actively doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is this is for the people in the back who cannot understand the difference.
Yeah.
It is okay to put yourself first sometimes.
Yes.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But the people who shame you and call you selfish, all you got to do is look at them and go, okay, what are they doing to help me fill my cup?
Right. And they usually aren't your cup fillers.
They're not.
At all.
They're the ones like, oh, I know you ain't sitting there
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are fed. The
Yeah.
things are good.
Yeah.
I've given. I've done. So right
Yeah.
now, I'm just taking a moment to just regroup.
Right. And just sit here for a second. And it's okay.
So I want people to know the difference between being selfish and self-focused,
Mm-hmm.
and then the word self-centered, and then self-aligned. I still believe that you can go, you know what? It makes me feel good to have a clean car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go get my car clean
Mm-hmm.
because it makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not even serving you selfishly, it makes you feel good.
That's hard for me because when I hear you say that, and there should be no guilt with that. You should be able to just want to have a clean car.
But how many people are like, oh, so you got money to get your car detailed? Or you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I asked you to borrow $20. You told me you didn't have it. I didn't have it because I was taking my 20 to get my card.
Or that's not what I wanted to do.
You're right.
I mean, I'll just be honest here. We have to also create a space
That it's okay to say.
that it's okay to say
yeah,
no, and
yeah.
that's the answer.
No, it's not a bad answer.
No, and it's complete. It's
People
complete
laugh
sentence.
at me because I do not ask for rides to the airport. I don't know if you know this.
No, you
Take a fucking Uber.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Take an Uber.
Yeah.
I think it's rude and selfish
Mm-hmm.
to ask somebody to pick you up at the airport at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But there are people who will.
Yeah.
And there are people who will
Ask me
ask.
my husband how he gets home from there. Well, you know what,
He travels a lot.
He drives his car now too,
Yeah.
and but he will still, even when, like, if we're all together and everybody needs a vehicle for the week, he will Uber, and that's very helpful. But he will just Uber, and for him, it's less or more cost effective. I think also, like, I pulled out when we went to the.
Yeah, you pay $118.
I
to leave
was
your car.
like, I was like, well, this was a nice vacation until I just paid for parking. I was like, this was $82.
Yep.
$100.
Yep.
That made me very unhappy. So
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper to Uber anyway.
It is.
It can be.
Mathematically,
Yeah,
it is.
It can
I'm
be.
telling you.
I saw somebody online that was like, does anybody know? Because I'm trying to catch an Uber from Rickenbacker and it's $117. I was like, what?
Where were they going? Cincinnati?
No, they were going from Rickenbacker to their house in the South End. I don't know. I'm learning that apparently there's these prime times.
Yes. Yeah,
And
they
it was
do.
during rush
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that
Yeah.
made it
Yeah.
that the thing or not. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. Like I think people who are happy in their think tank don't have time to hate on other people.
Right.
If you are not, I said the other day as a side note, I was talking like I was said they were angry. I said they were so angry they was ready to storm the Capitol, and someone was like, "That's your saying now," because I said it several times, but that's my go-to now when I'm talking about how angry someone is.
Yes.
I was like, I said they were storming the Capitol angry.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
but anyway, side note, yes, if you're in your lane and you are doing your thing that you are happy with
Yeah.
doing, you don't have time to.
But what you just said, let's go back to your birthday. If you decide as a human being, I'd rather spend my birthday in Vegas.
This year I did. That last year I did.
There is nothing wrong with that. But you think about the people who are so handcuffed to they just can't make that. They cannot.
Or having people ask you, "Where's your husband?" Like see the pictures. Where's your husband? Like he ain't with me.
Right.
Like he's home.
Yeah.
Somebody had to be home.
Yeah.
And why is that? I don't know. And I think women have it worse. If I'm honest,
100%.
We really can do,
you
like anything we do that looks like self-care, looks like selfishness. I remember watching Christina Applegate, who went on about she had just had a baby. Now, heaven help her now. I know she's dealing with MS and some other, but this is like 10, 15 years ago. I was always very intentional when I had a baby, particularly after Caden. I worked out after Caden. And then I had McKenna. I worked out before McKenna, so it was like having a baby, getting back in shape. And so I've been in a constant state of some type of daily regimen since 1996, January 1996. And so to this day, it's a priority for me. Anybody who knows, most people in my inner circle know that fitness is not, like eating could be better, but I've always had my fitness stuff together.
Yep.
And so, but I remember her saying, I just had a baby. And everyone's congratulating, like, I know that I don't have my body back, but how selfish is it to want your body back? Like, you just had a baby, give yourself a break. I don't, I was like, you know what? Why are you shaming people who want to get back to normal as quickly as possible? And it's not like I'm not feeding my baby or taking care of my baby, or that you still can't nurture and be with a child and still carve out 30 minutes of your day, maybe while they're sleeping.
Yep.
Maybe when your husband comes home and he can take care of some stuff for a minute. Why are we shaming women for wanting to be? And I struggle with that in general. We shame people for being too big. We shame people for being too small. We shame people for being self-focused. We shame people, and then we pity people when they're not. Yep. But in reality, misery loves company.
Yep.
Literally, misery loves company.
Yep. I know a handful of people, and that's why that conversation came up, who were really being shamed into trying to make choices that serve them well. And we all know you cannot pour from an empty cup.
No.
So if you aren't even taking the time to refill, you're going to be on E all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So even if someone does shame you, I'm telling you right now, ask that person, well, when do I get to fill my cup back up?
Yeah.
If I say to you, hey, I got to be honest, can you ask somebody else for a ride? Because I'm really, really tired.
I'm really tired.
And then when they shame you and call you selfish, then turn around and ask that person, let me ask you a question. When can I refuel?
Right.
When can I refuel? When do I get to go to the gas station, stop, and refuel?
Yeah, for yourself.
It's just that simple.
Right.
And I really am hoping that, especially during this time of the year,
yeah,
and when you're running ragged, trying to be everything to everybody, and typically those people do not have someone stopping in them and say, sit down, let me get this for you.
Mm-mm.
So if you're not going to do it for yourself, then
it ain't getting done.
It's not getting done.
And then you're
mad, you're angry, you're pissed,
bitter,
you have resentment. Yep, because you're like, oh, y'all never do anything. That's your fault.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, and I still had a handful of people, 2 or 3 people that judged me for it. I said, I was talking to a friend years ago when you told me this when my kids were younger, and you were like, if you have to choose resentment or guilt, choose guilt every time.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I think about it like that's
choose guilt.
And
y'all just gonna be mad, but I'm doing this.
Because
resentment is
forever.
You keep doing it for everybody else, and then one day you're like, I hate every single one of y'all,
right?
Because you're resentful,
right?
Because you didn't choose to be guilty,
right?
And be self-focused.
Yes, and it passes. Like you're like, oh, I'm glad. I mean, I know there were people that were like, I can't believe you went to Vegas on your birthday. I'm like, oh, why? And honestly, like we had a party the next week. my kid
Yeah.
could come to the party easier because he was in town for Thanksgiving. We just clumped a nice little 50th birthday party
Yep.
around Thanksgiving,
Yes.
and I still celebrate it with my loved ones.
Yeah.
But no, there was no better feeling. I don't want to overshare, but there was no better feeling when we walked out of that stadium
Oh, that's why I didn't call you for your birthday, because I knew you were out of town.
last year.
No, this year.
No, I was here this year.
Oh, damn.
I was here this year.
Oh, that's right. We turned 51.
We talk 51. This is not 50. I'll go there.
I forgot her
No,
birthday.
yes. Yeah. So yeah, 50. I was leaving T-Mobile Stadium and vibing it and being a little silly, and we had a great meal and I had Usher music. In
Tell me
the
that wasn't
restaurant.
the most memorable 50th.
It was a great experience. Yes, and just being able to be Kim with no responsibilities. Like there was one day, one of my friends brought like little treats. She was really sweet. It was almost like something on TV. Like we all gathered from different places to this location. And one of my dearest friends gave us like a little baggie with little treats in it. And every day we would go our ways. We're old people, so we all give each other our key cards just in case. Like if you don't see me,
Yeah.
I might be dead in there.
Yeah.
And so, but there were a couple times that we didn't even. I don't even think we got down to the casino like from our rooms to like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I lay in that bed. I ate my little snacks. I watched some TV. There was nobody in the bathroom asking me for anything. It was wonderful. Like it was a relaxing. So I try every year now to have a trip that is just for me. And I went to Napa the first time, another wonderful experience. I think when you are able to be full in who you are as a human, you can better give to other people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the law
Yeah.
of,
And not only that, I think when you experience it, you want it for somebody else.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
then it goes back to the people who make you feel bad.
Yes,
that's not
because the
something
people who
yeah.
experience say, man, listen,
Yeah.
listen, I got to let you know a
Yes.
little secret. You might want to just tell them to go
Yeah.
to hell.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Like,
because
yes.
if you experience this just for a
Yeah.
day or two,
Yeah.
then you come back fully charged, ready to go.
Right.
Because if you're always depleted,
No.
then you're
don't have
just
it. Yeah, you
you're
can't give it to
you're
nobody
resenting
else.
everybody. You're mad. You're
Yeah.
angry, and you're like, why don't everybody ever ask me? Do I need anything? Ask yourself.
Yeah.
Ask yourself.
Yeah. And
You-
self-focused is like,
Yeah.
to the point that you read the definition, as long as you are taking care of the people that you are responsible for,
Yep.
you can be self-focused. You can be somewhere in that mix.
Yes.
You need to be somewhere on the list.
Somewhere on the list.
And
Yep.
really, on the list of 10 people, you shouldn't be 9. You
Yeah.
should be 1 or 2.
How do you feel about buying your own self a Christmas gift?
I try to, if I'm completely honest, I try to create a space for me now that I am quote unquote good to myself in a way. Last year I did actually literally buy myself a Christmas gift. I did not do that this year.
Yeah.
But if I see something, I buy it. So I don't get caught up in, I used to be this, oh, well, if I go to the store with my little toddlers and they're not
Like
with
I remember
me,
you used to clothes shop and you couldn't buy yourself
that's
anything.
it. I used to be like, oh, I got to get something for my kid too. I got to
Yeah.
get something for them if I buy. No, I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do that. I'm like, or I'll go with you like, oh, I'm getting this. Y'all want something? Like, I'm not, no, because then, and that's its own cycle. And then we're not taking care of ourselves. Like it's a thing. Last year I bought myself, I have, I think it's an Echo, but I don't know the models, but I bought myself like an Alexa. And it was a thing because my husband, like, I opened a speaker at Christmas and I was like, listen, how was I going to know that that's what you were going to do?
Right.
But I was excited to have the speaker and I will shower with it now. I got my music going in the mornings, usually off of it. But I bought this for me for Christmas. Now I got to buy myself something for Christmas this year because I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But I did last year. It was very intentional. I bought that
Yeah.
speaker. I was like, I'm going to buy myself a gift.
Yeah. I do believe that a lot of people will wake up, and I'm telling y'all again, for the people in the back, when you wake up and you're disappointed that somebody didn't buy you that thing that
Yeah.
you wanted, buy it yourself.
Yeah. That's it.
Buy it yourself.
That's it. That's it.
And
that's
wrap it and
No.
put your name on it.
Maybe I ought to do
Like
that.
I'm
Maybe-
telling
listen,
you, like
I think
I love me.
Yeah.
I thought of me,
That's-
and I'm
yeah.
telling you, me would love to get this.
I honestly did that. I did that last year. I wrapped it in there. It's so funny you said that. I wrapped it in everything and stuck it under the tree. I'm like, I got this for me. And it's fun. I'm going to tell you as a side note, as a cute tradition that my sister-in-law told me about. But now I need to think about that again, is doing that again for myself this year. Because there's one of my kids gets this honestly. If you know you want it, just get it. And I think it's not intentional to take away people's gift ideas. But I'm also like, if I give you these 3 things and I don't get like something, then I'm mad. Like, why did I tell you the list?
Yep.
So you probably should always save something just for yourself. Like
Yep.
you don't have to tell people that you want it.
Yep.
My sister-in-law shared a story that the kids were getting to an age, because we had a discussion, probably should have talked about this tradition in the last one, but she was like, there you get to a point where it's like, well, how do you know when your kids are too old for the gift exchanges and all that stuff as kids? And she said that her her grandmother at one point decided to flip it. So what she did was she would give all of the grandkids money for Christmas. She would say, now you go out and you go buy what you want with the money. And she said, and then I want you to wrap it up and I want you to stick it under the tree so that I can see what you got. And I thought that was the most beautiful. I don't know why I was like, that's actually a great idea. So it was a surprise to the grandmother who gave the money. It was a surprise to her that morning to see what everyone selected.
Oh, I like that.
And I think it's a way to do it in a way that I loved it. I loved it.
You know what? But that aligns with what I'm saying. I bought this for me. Someone gave me the money. Okay, that's the gift.
Yeah.
But I want you to now take the gift, and I want to see you open the gift that I
like
was
it's a surprise.
contributing factor to.
Right.
But it does teach you that it's okay to buy yourself something.
And it was an element of surprise still for her. She didn't have to do all that extra work.
I ain't had to go and get it.
No, but she still enjoyed.
I ain't had to wrap it.
Christmas. No, the Christmas morning. She's like, now what did we get? It was wonderful. And I thought, you know what? I don't know when I will adopt that. It's a little late this year, but I think in the future that is a great thing to do. And then it's still kind of a surprise, but you're not doing all the work.
I like that.
So I'm trying to figure
I'm stealing that.
Yeah, I think that's very sweet. I was like, that's actually a great idea. I think a lot of families, when your kids are a certain age, just show me what you got. Show me what you got.
Yeah, but no, I still think there are a lot, especially this time of year, which I love and loathe Christmas because I think people are nicer, kinder.
Yeah.
You know, you get more hello,
Just a
Merry
little everything.
Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, but then people stress out.
Yeah, and
They stress out. My mother was a stress outer, and I thought this is the part of Christmas I don't like.
And I don't know how to decide what makes that. I don't know how, if it's a super power from the Lord, but if you know, and I'm being honest, I never stress.
But you never weren't stressed over the resources. Most
like
people
I'm talking even
out,
before even being married though, as a single person, as a kid, we didn't have everything. And I just think the energy, the energy of Christmas has always been a big energy for me. I can't say we're not talking.
That's true.
Not talking about married now, having a family and having.
No, but I'm saying
but
I'm talking about a single mom with 3 kids.
No, yeah, I get that part.
That was stressful.
I get that part, and I get that situation. Yes,
Yeah.
and I know there are people who struggle with the holiday because of that.
Yes,
but I think there was just something that always that energy that you talk about that comes from Christmas has always been the energy that I think I craved, and I loved it. Like putting up the tree, even before all of it is just, so I know we got off there, but
no.
Yeah,
it still goes a part of it, because I remember even my mother, who was always stressed out, even the whole, like I remember the first time I bought my house, I was like, I'm never putting up a live Christmas tree again because it was too stressful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was water. I had to be the one cutting the damn thing and leaning up and twisting that stupid thing.
I don't think I never had a real tree.
Oh God, we had tree. Oh real. Well, first of all. We got real trees because we got them usually a day or two before Christmas.
Or they were cheaper.
When they were cheaper.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you had $10, that we would go get the tree.
Yeah.
And then I would have to be rushing, not rushing, but it would be this hectic.
Yeah. Get
it all up and all that. And I didn't enjoy that part. So, I remember just, boom, done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that I know that drive and they get it, they down. Point to it and they cut it down and net it and put it on top of their car. And
I wanted to do it one year, and then everyone's like, it's a lot of work to keep up a live tree. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, like they were like, you really will burn your house down if you're not watering it appropriately.
And then the lights, you can't turn them on and on, leave them on and all that stuff.
Like I can go around all day and and I hear you. So you're right. And then I was like, oh, I don't want that stress. I just live like that though. I'm like, if I don't want the stress,
you're like, oh, that's easy. Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And then my brother, who taught me, I was like, you pay people to put up your Christmas lights? He's like, yeah, I want Christmas lights.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting up on the ladder.
Break your neck.
Yeah. Yeah. And I laughed because it was like, that was easy. To me, it's like you said, like, no, this is easy. If you have the resources, thank God. But
yes, if you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I don't put up Christmas lights on the outside of my house.
Yeah.
At all.
No.
But I haven't I'm not getting up on a ladder either.
No,
I've done all that. I've done that
Yeah.
for.
And I think, yeah, so whatever is, it's like, do it. If you do, if you don't want to do it, don't feel pressure.
If it works for you,
If it
do it.
works,
If it don't,
do
don't.
you. Do you.
And the people who, like, if you decide, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to get on the soapbox, but not preachy, but I'm going to get on the soapbox. If you don't want to do something anymore, and the people who are telling you you should, then ask them, why don't they do it?
Mm-hmm. And if they're not going to help you do it, they certainly shouldn't say anything.
Yeah. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, and then you make that announcement, and the people who give you shit, I guarantee you they're not willing to do it.
They're not going to volunteer to help or do it. So it's like, shut your pie hole.
Yeah. On that note.
Yeah. All right. So people, look, let's take care of yourself, take care of others. I always tell my kid when she gets out of the car every day, I say, be kind to yourself. Just be kind to yourself, and you know what you need, and nobody knows better than you. So
that is true. That's true. Because if you're tired, you're tired.
You're tired.
And if you got a headache, you got a headache. If you just don't feel like it, sometimes it's okay to say, I really just don't want to do that today.
Do it. That's it.
Yeah. Love it. All right. Everybody have a good Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Take care, everybody.